previously on OATHSWORN.
If the thing we want here is underground, there might be an underground route to it.
This enormous grafted begins throwing its body against not only the Grand Lyceum, but against the ground. It causes everything to shudder, and you are moving through this sewage system, and it begins to fall. Who's on this mission? Nabain, Lark, Nikolaj, Aisling, Waloot,
And some rookies. Waloot is here.
Yeah, we haven't seen Waloot on screen yet, but she's here too.
And 3 nameless rookies. Okay. So, Lark and Nikolaj and Aisling are in one path, and Nabain, Waloot, and the are in the other.
Cool. So I'm just by myself.
Does someone
no, you know what?
play Waloot
All right.
so that Matt
Aisling is over there also.
Okay.
Should Waloot be with us then?
Well, so I might trauma out or scar out and then go be Waloot.
Okay.
That's what I call
We could have
Alex.
Waloot be on either side in a flashback, really.
Yeah, Waloot is Schrodinger's Waloot.
Yeah.
And
What's with people that name their Waloot Schrodinger?
well, the Travis McElroy of Band of Blades.
Thank you.
This is a joke for one person, and it's Brendan.
It's
anyway,
Thank you.
So there's this big collapse. Is it the case that we can still like we couldn't get through it because it's rubble, but can we talk through it?
No,
Okay.
I think it's pretty good and sealed. I think this tunnel is loud. I think this sewage is like thunderous as it's pouring through this place.
Okay.
And then can we like hear from above, just like bam, bam,
Absolutely.
with like the thing? Oh,
Yeah,
good.
totally.
Great.
I would like
Best friend.
Nabain to have yelled an order.
Yeah, please.
I'm willing to roll if you want.
No,
this can
that's
also
fine.
just be
Go for it.
flavor. Okay. I think that Nabain just yells, spotting the situation coming, yells, Lark's in charge until we reconvene. Keep moving forward. Find the bunker. And then the last rock falls.
Great. Good. Love that. Okay.
I don't think you would need to say Lark's in charge. I'm pretty sure like the chain
It's
of
the chain of
command.
command.
The
Okay, well
chain
then I
of
didn't say
command is
that, but I
pretty
just say
clear.
keep
Yeah.
moving forward. Find the bunker.
I mean, that does seem like a very Nabain thing to say.
It is a vain thing to say.
You are
Yeah,
kind
he
of new
says
to
that.
the whole military thing.
Yeah.
Blast of fade. But then like once the little rocks have fallen and like we're cut off, Nikolaj just like looks at Lark. It's like, so business as usual then, huh?
Yeah. Narrow eyes, just nods.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
But we're in a risky
Right.
position now, right?
You're in a risky
Because otherwise I
position
would
now.
resist this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, that's fine.
No, you're good.
Is it dark in here? 'Cause I
Yeah.
have a lantern in my soldier's kit, so Nikolaj is gonna crack that open.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how lanterns work. But we have light.
Cracking
You
open
crack it like a glow stick.
Cracking open a bright one with the boys.
That is what I was picturing.
Oh my god. It's not a
I
flare.
realized. I know. I just like when I said it, I was like, why am I treating this like a glow stick? I'm all over them.
In this low light, Ashling's eyes are beadier than they normally are.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
That's great for Nabain, who like turns around after yelling that. It's just Ashling's beady eyes glinting.
Hang on.
And
I've got
Waloot's
some.
eyes glowing.
Do we need some That's a grenade.
Oh, the classic Looney Tunes gap of like, oh, good, a candle.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to start with Lark and Nikolaj first.
Absolutely. Yeah, what do you do?
Well, I scratch a arrow into the wall, or maybe an X or something.
Okay.
Okay.
And put my hand on the right side of the path and follow the right side as we go, like you do to cheat all mazes.
Right. Absolutely. This sounds like you're making a maneuver roll.
Scout,
Or maybe a
Did I
scout,
argue
yes.
Scout? Yeah.
No, scout is correct. I that was a mistake on my part. It is scout.
Okay. And I'm trying to find the exit of the sewers.
Do you want to help?
Sure. What's the position effect?
Would Lark accept help from Nikolaj?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is risky standard.
Yeah, I think Nikolaj, lantern in one hand, map in another, trying to or book, because he also has books and scrolls, find books and scrolls.
Right.
And his
So trying
third hand.
Lantern in one hand, books and scrolls in the other, and is trying to like a. You've ever been like, okay, maybe this is just me, trying to navigate the downtown of a city you've never been to before via a paper map because your mom's really old school, via phone light. I'm picturing that.
Wow.
Sounds terrible.
It wasn't a good time.
But I'll take that as dice.
Okay.
Sure. I will mark one stress.
And a 4. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I think you've been in a situation like this before and you know how to find your way. Absolutely. But the pressure of the situation is such that finding your way makes it all too tempting to leave yourself open to difficulty. You're going to find your way out of the sewer. Your hand is going to brush across something it shouldn't and take level 2 harm. Are you going to resist that or otherwise?
How does Nabain's tonics work?
Well, they don't help with level 2 right now. But if we get to the end of the mission, they might.
I think we can only help with level 1 harm, right?
Right now, it's level 1s that they can make go away. So if you want to resist this down to a level 1, that could be good.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I think this is an insight.
I think this is prowess. I think this
Okay.
is, or, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather it be prowess.
Yeah, I think it's prowess. I think there is like a moment of like realizing you're brushing across like a gap and yanking your hand back before something bites it.
Maybe,
And
yeah, the insight would have been putting on, like, wrapping my hand around some cloth and doing this.
Yeah, I've said prowess.
but,
You can have it as
yeah.
prowess.
I'll remove a stress.
Yo.
You remove a stress.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it's a
I've
crit.
been
Nicely done.
here before.
This is actively relaxing.
Absolutely.
I love being in sewers,
You
actually.
love not getting bit by rats. They're huge.
Like, you would not believe how many sewers this assassin has gone through. Usually getting away, but sometimes getting there too.
Almost gets bit by a rat. Silently. Huh. Like old times.
But not, because it's Lark.
Exactly.
So just thinking about old times.
Exactly.
Grabs the rat, throws it on the ground.
It falls
Oh wait,
into the
no,
water.
sorry.
Falls into the
never
water.
mind. That it falls in the water. Swims
It
away.
it fans out its fins and swims away.
Oh god.
Rats are very good swimmers. Oh no.
You punch it and it drops humanity.
I need this. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, you emerge from the sewers. We'll get to where you emerge in just a second. Let's jump back to the others.
I think we're doing something similar, yeah?
How are you finding your way out?
Hey, Aisling, how are your stats
I don't know. What are you looking for?
for finding your
Shark-like.
way out of things?
My scout is 0, but my maneuver
Let's
is
not
good.
do that.
Aisling can only move forward.
I think this is another group.
Even while sleeping.
That's a myth. Aisling can sit still. It's fine. That's just ADHD. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is another group maneuver.
Okay.
I think
Who's lighting the way? Is it just Waloot's face?
Well, Waloot is sort of Schrodinger in both groups. I think you have a soldier's kit, right?
I do.
Then I think you must be.
Oh
lighting.
no, I didn't.
Oh,
That's true. You
Shit.
took down a grenade.
Oh,
Nikolaj
that's
took
true.
a soldier's kit instead.
Oh.
Light the
I have
grenade. Light the
grenades.
grenade.
I got nothing for you here. I'm sorry.
Also, I think maneuver is going to have reduced effect.
Sure.
Oh dear.
That's fine. Well, how about this? Let's do it as a group maneuver.
Mhm.
How about I mark a use of books and scrolls, Brendan, to get us out of that reduced effect? And I think what that is I had Nikolaj like copy the maps. So some of my books and scrolls are also maps of this place. I'm just like holding them really close up to my face. And using those to like try to guide us, one hand on the wall, to like keep track of where we are.
So I think that that's fair, except I think you need to mark 1 stress for a flashback in addition to that.
That's fine.
Okay, so 1 stress from Nabain, a use of books and scrolls. You have a schematic of the sewer network, and you're leading the way.
All right. 2d6.
Risky standard.
Maneuver. Okay, well, it's a hard fail. And that's a mixed success. We'll take that.
Yeah, I think this is a similar thing to earlier. Aisling is sort of going off this weird like hunter sense.
Are you like sniffing like your way through this space in a weird way? Very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
I think it's got to be that like there's a moment where Nabain like foot is over a like big emptiness or something. And Aisling notices and Nabain doesn't, and that's the 1 stress. That's a failure from Nabain.
I like it.
What's this mixed success though?
The mixed success here, I think, is you're able to find your way, but it's going to take a while. And in that time, Scourge is going to make progress towards its goal.
No,
No?
we're gonna reduce that.
All right. That's an insight, I think.
Huh.
It's 2 ticks. I think you can reduce it to 1.
You've got more stress than me, Aisling. Would you mind taking this?
Yeah, I have 2 in insight.
Okay, that's the same number I have.
Okay.
I like
yeah.
that because that means Ashling's like scent guidance actually like very deliberately helps guide the group to success.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
Or
insight
maybe, we'll see.
resist. Yeah, the 5.
It's 1 stress. So
Yeah,
that's right.
absolutely.
That's true.
I
right.
like to imagine a moment where like Nabain almost falls in a hole and like Aisling like notices out of the corner of their eyes and like grabs him by the like either the arm or the like scruff of his like jacket.
Backpack.
Oh yeah, his back grabs him by the backpack. Yeah, it's just like holding him there as he teeters over a ledge.
Perfect.
This is terrible TV, but great for the comic book.
Love it. Love it. Okay, you also escape from the sewers. Absolutely. So, Lark and Nikolaj, you emerge, I think, in a space that is. It looks. I think Lark immediately, like, you kind of wonder if this is a good idea to begin with because it's kind of broad and open. It's interior, absolutely, but it is spacious in a way that you're not happy with. It is a foyer. It is maybe the entry hallway of this place. The like shutters against the walls, the very thick walls, mind, of the Lyceum suggests that Scourge is not so far outside, but you are inside. There's maybe like an ankle deep flood of water here inside. There are cascades of water from very, very high up. You can see like hundreds and hundreds of feet upwards into this place. There are crisscrossing stairways and crosswalks. And all around you, there are just stacks and stacks of mildewy books. Just absolute heaps of the things. As if someone had thought, all right, I'm going to organize these, or I'm going to sort through these. And then they just vanished into the dust. There are cultures of lichen and fungus growing across each and every single one of these stacks, each one like 15 or 20 feet high. And there's motion in the stairs above. Something is walking back and forth. I don't think you can quite see what.
Are you sure you haven't seen Avatar?
Yes,
Okay.
he said, looking at the camera.
I'm gonna put like a cloth over my face to avoid inhaling these fungal spores.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Lark like points at the books and like back to you, and then points at herself and then up at the shadow of the thing moving up there.
Gosh, so Nikolaj has an ability called "This Is My Design" that says you can experience a flashback that you did not personally witness, so long as you have a sense memory on hand of someone who was there. And I don't know how he communicates that he can do that.
Taps forehead.
I mean, just like what word, like if we can talk to, because like what counts as a sense memory?
Anything. I mean,
I think is
you know the 5 sentences. The 5 sentences. You know.
Who, what, where? No.
Have you seen Hannibal?
No. No, I have not.
This is a reference to Hannibal.
Oh, I thought you were flirting with me.
No.
Oh my god.
No, if I was flirting with you, I'd ask if you had a podcast.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
So
yeah, anything that you could see or smell or touch or taste or whatever the last one is.
Umami.
Here?
Umami.
Here.
Here, that's it.
So, but like a sense memory on hand of someone who, so if I have something of someone's, or if I hear someone's voice who was there, I can
Or like if you
Yeah.
see like a crime scene, you could like you could Aragorn it, where you're just like,
I don't know what that means either.
God.
You could figure out what happened. It's fine.
Okay, psychometry, good.
So I think what you could easily do is you could have Nikolaj like brush his hands along like the leathers of the books, for example.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Right.
yeah, because I was wondering if he should like go up with Lark, but yeah, no, then yeah, he can stay down here. You know, we'll tell Lark I'll see what I can find out from these books while tying a scarf around his, lower half of his face, and then sort of
How about you do that first
I'll-
before Lark goes up, and then we'll decide if we split up even more.
Oh, sure. Okie doke. So yeah, gonna experience a flashback, I guess. Maybe it'll tell us.
What are you trying to find out?
I mean, yeah, that's a good. Who that might be? How long?
How are the books organized? Where's the section that we're looking for?
True. Where's the bunker? Yeah.
So you just want to know who they are, what they're doing?
Do we specifically just want where the bunker is? Because I'm sure Nikolaj wants all of the answers, but don't let
I mean,
let
you
him
can
get carried away.
ask multiple questions, but that is going to influence what the stress cost of this flashback is.
That is fair. I guess to start with, do we just want to see if we can figure out where the bunker is now and how to get there from in here?
We can also figure out who this figure is.
There are multiple figures, just to be clear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if we figure out where the bunker is, Lark can just go up there and see who these people are.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with where the bunker is to start.
Absolutely. I think this is a 1 stress flashback.
Okay.
What is it like for Nikolaj physically when you do this sort of thing?
I picture it as the not twee and romantic and charming version of that scene in a movie where someone is having a very like light-filled flashback to the halcyon days of their youth. That's very like sun-dappled and there's people walking through a meadow.
Is it happening?
Instead he's like running his hands along these book spines or covers, wherever is not mold and fungus if he can. And I imagine it comes back in kind of weird patchy, like almost like if you were flipping through the pages of a book and every now and then just like, oh, there's a sentence, and then you flip through another 30. That sentence has no context now. That kind of, it's a bit jarring, I imagine.
But almost as if these moments are happening around Nikolaj.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, there is, I think, a moment of collaboration that Nikolaj is witness to, of coordination and contented construction between the Eyes of Smoke and this other faction, this group, these folks that are convinced that the sky is not so horrifying, that the stars are not so cursed as the folks of Zelsha'el must think, that the cosmos is full of wonder and secrets and knowledge that is to be discovered. And this feeling of camaraderie between them, between the astronomers and the Eyes of Smoke, that the people of this land cannot quite see, cannot possibly know what is to come. But they at least have some degree of allegiance between one another. And so, the Grand Lyceum was constructed. But beneath it, within the central column, underneath, the Eyes of Smoke made their establishment, made a bunker, the same sort of which they have a dozen or so across all of Zelsha'el, that can be accessed from the central column that rises up, up, up towards the sky above. You can ask me a follow-up question.
Whew, okay.
So just be clear, the bunker is beneath like the central column or whatever.
It is beneath the whole structure, but there is explicitly a way to get in from the central column.
Gotcha.
I don't want to call it an elevator because it's not, but it is like that.
Yeah, it's a Wonkavator. Got it.
I will kill you.
They had
It's like a spiral staircase.
they had elevators way before.
That's true.
electricity.
Follow-up question. God, we found the true sky perverts. I want to know if, I mean, for Nikolaj's sake, at least, I feel like he is looking for like, wait a minute, these are the star people, because he had dealt with the star back in the canyon. but I don't know what he like. If there's any, I guess if there's any like, how would you put insignia, or if they're wearing anything that like he's seen since then or seen in other places to be like, oh, this group exists now still as this, you know, in case we run into them later.
Yeah, that's a good question.
He doesn't like none of this.
The insignia of the astronomers is a snake looking towards the sky. Almost like...
Okay.
Not coiled up. Coiled is wrong here. It's like wavy.
Like a cobra sort of standing up?
Yeah, looking upwards. Like if a cobra was looking straight up towards the atmosphere, towards the dead god of the sky.
It's the bouncing snake from the Donkey Kong Country video games.
100%. 100%.
Okay, we just throw a barrel at him.
Fucking dead. And the outfits I think that these folks wear, that the astronomers themselves wear, they wear these like coats, these almost like pauldrons with a very tall neck, almost such that their eyes can look through like a flap in the neck of this enormous headdress that they're wearing, such that the head of this serpentine creature, like these people with their outfits look as if they're 9 feet tall, even though they are just like regular tall.
Okay.
Is it because the hat is so tall, or because they're on stilts, or?
Yes. I think it varies from person to person and from rank to rank.
Okay.
There's a weird inconsistency to it where it's like they're all part of this cult, but each individual is sort of, there's no uniform to it apart from this symbol. There is sort of this shared expectation that you will work towards this sort of ascension on your own terms. And each person does that with their own sort of outfit. But they are uniformly tall.
There's no like, yeah. There's no uniform, but there's like a dress code and an aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Lark, what are you doing?
I'm going to climb up there and look at him.
All right. Give me a maneuver. Risky standard.
Does Nikolaj have a chance to say, you know, keep an eye out for anyone with, you know, high collars, eyes peeking out, faces shrouded, that kind of thing?
Absolutely.
Does a climbing kit just let me do this, I guess?
Yes, I think that's true. I assume you're not going up like a set of broken stairs. You're like ascending one of the walls or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like throwing a grappling hook and quietly and climbing up and taking a look at these shadows up above.
That makes sense.
How do you quietly throw a grappling hook?
You should ask Lark.
Some books.
Yeah, fair.
You tie like a little bit of cheesecloth to each of the hooks.
You joke, but that might actually be it.
I would never joke about something so serious as a grappling hook.
I'm trying to gather info with maneuver, I guess, here.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. Risky great.
Okay. What's the devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain. That's a good question. I will introduce someone new to the scene.
Lance, damn it.
I will introduce someone new to the scene, and I promise it won't be Lance.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fine devil's bargain.
All right.
3d6, risky great.
3d6, risky great.
It's a 5.
That's a 5. Okay. So you climb up to maybe the first floor of this place. And you see a couple of these folks. A couple on this floor, I think. But others, I think there are shafts of sunlight that are just getting in. And they are ragged. They are dressed head to toe in these strange get-ups where they seem to have gathered either cloth or rags or furs or even like torn shreds of books or entire bindings and covers or scraps of brooms and mops and such, and layered them over top of one another. They seem as if they have sought to shroud themselves, not caring for what quite it was that covered their form. All of them seem to be trying to be tall. All of them seem to be trying to be taking their form and stretching it, making it more, making it greater than once it was.
So none of their uniforms are made out of scraps of book.
No, I think some of them are. But yeah, I think so. The images that I'm showing are very deliberately crafted, very deliberately purpose built, in that they're very here's a look that I'm going for. The people that you're seeing here in the Lyceum, on the other hand, are what if you tried to do that, but you were just trying to grab whatever was around and make that? It's very, very piecemeal. It's very just clung together with scraps, almost stuck together with whatever glue they could scavenge from books in order to make themselves enormous in this way. And they seem to be pacing up and down these rows and rows and rows of books, looking not merely for books of a particular type, but books of a particular quality, looking for things that they can scavenge for themselves.
They do know what's happening outside. They're not have they lost their minds and are pretending that they are not about to all be toppled over and destroyed, or are they scrambling to find specific books?
None of them seem to be reacting to Scourge at their doors, if that's what you're asking.
Oh,
they seem to just sort of be not mindlessly, but very deterministically going back and forth, looking for more, seeing what there is to find. If there is a shutter, then they steady themselves, and then they go back to what it is that they were doing.
Right.
And from a height, maybe a couple stories above where you are, there is a voice that calls out in what's half a scream and half a whisper, "Hey! Hey, are you? Hey! Are you? Hey!" And this is, I think, going to draw all of their attention unless this effect is resisted.
Are they going to turn their attention to that voice or to me?
I think a little half and half.
Okay.
I think what happened. You know what actually happens here is they're tossing things to try and get your attention, like someone throwing something at someone's window. Hey, over here!
Oh my god!
Over here! Crash! Like a bottle shatters near you.
Who is this? Someone we recognize, or is just a stranger?
I think this is not someone you recognize. This is someone that appears to be wearing a uniform of some kind. Not a Legion uniform, don't worry. But a uniform, a military uniform of some kind. I think it's too dark to really make it out past that.
Okay. I'm gonna use Ghost. You can spend scrounge uses as special armors against traps or detection.
Perfect.
Nice.
Wherever they're throwing books, Lark is just not there.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Melted into the stacks.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. These strange, elongated folks sort of look up, confused, and then go back to their activities. Let's go back to Nabain and the rest.
Where do we come out, Brendan?
Great question. Y'all pop out, I think, a little bit deeper. I think y'all pop out not quite in the bunker itself, but in sort of this flooded space where you are no longer in the sewers, but you are very clearly in some kind of like infrastructure where there are a lot of pipes and a lot of filtration ducts, and there is a lot of waste that seems to have been like poured down from higher and higher up. Lots of like collapsed stonework and stuff like that. And I think further down, it is just there is like a pool of water that you would have to dive through in order to get down to the further the lower spaces.
I mean, we don't know that it is beneath the central pillar, but we know it's deep beneath.
You do.
Do you have any indication that would cause us to go like, oh, obviously we need to dive down there to get to the bunker?
I mean, fan of the players, I think you know that if you haven't gone down far enough to have gotten to where it is that you need to go. And so you would have a suspicion that like, okay, well, if we're not down there yet, then we perhaps need to go further down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not enough to send everyone down, but...
Nabain turns to the beady-eyed Aisling and says, Aisling, you're good at swimming, right?
I'm a great swimmer.
Would you mind...
I can swim in a storm.
Oh, well, we don't need a swimmer in a storm.
I could swim in the eddy of a whale, or the wake of a whale.
Wait, maybe a storm drain. That there. Nabain just gestures. Would you mind checking that out?
Okay. How dangerous does this look?
Risky standard.
Risky standard. Okay.
This is probably a maneuver.
What exactly would I be trying to accomplish here, do you think?
I think Nabain specifically would ask you to just see how far it is, whether we can take the rookies, whether it opens up.
Okay.
There's an air pocket deeper beneath, etc.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's dive in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I could really do to make this mechanically any better, but yeah.
That's not true. You could ask for help. You could do a flashback. You could ask for a devil's bargain.
I'll hear a devil's bargain.
I think Scourge is going to inspire particularly vengeful feelings in Aisling.
It's fine.
Great.
Vengeful feelings. I haven't even really talked to this guy yet. I guess it like roared at me, but you know.
Absolutely.
I haven't roared back.
Uh-huh.
Not yet.
Cool. I'll take the 3d6 then on a risky standard swimming.
Sounds good to me.
Aisling has a flawless dive.
Let's hope you don't bump your head. Also that.
6.
Oh my god.
Nice.
But 2 1s.
One?
Wow.
1-6.
It's fine. I'm a sewer shark now.
You're literally a sewer shark. Yeah, you are more in your element here than you are otherwise. You find your way not only through this, but through the flooded passageways to a door that you suspect opens into the bunker that you're looking for. It is sealed shut, but you feel pretty positive that you can lead everyone back here.
Okay. And like once we're at the door, it's like out of the water, and like we can do a different plan there.
The door is underwater.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'm wondering if I should continue through the door.
Is the door open?
It is not.
Oof.
Okay. I what I do is I make a mental note and I swim back and resurface and be like, the door to the vault is deep below. How are you at swimming?
So. Deep and low under the... And Nabain glance at like the green, black water.
I've seen worse.
Would I'm sure you've regaled us. Would any
It's
of
wild
your,
down there at the Blood Sea.
Would any of your specialities in breaking things be helpful for getting through the door beneath water?
He grins with his shark teeth and pulls out a crowbar.
Okay. I think that what I do is have Aisling and a rookie go back down.
Okay.
Or maybe Aisling and a couple rookies. Like the best swimmers of the three. The two of the best three, right?
Sure.
Because Nabain's worry would be you open the door and then something happens and now everybody's dead. And so it's better to like send a smaller squad through first to get the door open and then everybody else follows behind, particularly if they're not particularly good swimmers. You don't want them sitting there while, the door is attempting to be opened up.
That makes sense.
Would Aisling have to do this maneuver roll again? Be back?
I don't think Aisling would. I think the rookie is parenthesis S, close parenthesis would.
Can I do a discipline
Yes.
to represent that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, let's do that then. I only have one die in discipline, but
It's more than
better
zero.
than nothing.
Yep.
It's better than zero.
Because they basically just have to be brave enough to follow me.
Right. And the real reason I want them there is because if there's something in there mechanically, I want you to be able to fight it with scale.
Gotcha.
I guess this could also be a setup action for wrecking the door.
Yeah, that's probably what this is, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, let's do it that way. I don't have the ability to push myself anymore, unless I specifically want to die or want to take a trauma rate.
That would be a very funny way to trauma out.
It would be.
I think one of them is going to be bracing Aisling when they try to open the door, and the other one's going to be like holding a knife in case anything pops out.
Let's see how terribly this goes. But yes, that sounds good. Can you give me a devilish option, Brendan?
Yes, I can. Oh.
Uh-huh.
You're sending a couple of... How many rookies you're sending down?
2. There's 3 rookies total.
And neither of these two are Waloot?
Neither of these 2 are Waloot. I'd be happy to have that be the devil option if you'd want to do something with that. Or part of the devil option.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Here's my devil's bargain for you, is that regardless of how this goes, Surikali is going to hear about this choice and is going to ask you about it whenever you get back.
To open the door?
To send these 2 rookies into uncertain danger.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's what rookies are for.
Well, I think that the way that Nabain's thinking about it is it's a very much a like greater good. But I think that's an interesting conversation for those 2 characters to have. All right, this is roll 2d6. It's a setup, but it's still risky standard, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god, hard fail.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yikes.
At least one of them dies, right?
I'm gonna resist that. This is probably an... Go ahead.
Can Aisling resist that?
Yeah.
How's Aisling doing for stress?
Not great. Anything over 3 will make me trauma out, and this is probably a bad place for me to trauma out.
Yeah, let Nabain.
Anything over 2 would take me out. Let me resist it.
Fuck.
I think there's an interesting thing here for how Nabain could get a trauma potentially.
Okay.
And then we could have Waloot show up and be actually played. Doesn't really matter what it is because I have 2d6 and everything.
Love that.
Do you have any?
I think the way that this goes bad is that there are awful pale worms in the sewage, and they smell blood, and they chase after these rookies and start tearing at their exposed flesh.
Right.
Piranha worms. Great.
Before I do this, I'm going to give Aisling, I'm going to give you a tonic, which will give you potency. You just choose when you want to take potency, basically.
Potency just means
just passive.
higher effect.
That is correct.
Correct.
Okay.
So that you just have that, regardless of how this goes. I just want to say that ahead of time because I might be gone here. Would you believe I've been here before? Oh, no, it's an action roll. Heck, I should have done that earlier. Oh, well. 2d6.
Of all the places for you to have been, this is a pretty interesting one.
Then I'll just do the 2d6. I can't do it then. I don't think there's anything else I can get here, so let's just hope. Nope, I'm gone. I have a picture for what happens here, because this still gets resisted, right? The rookies don't die?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I think what happens here is Nabain sees them go, like he pressed a tonic into Ashling's hands, and realizes almost instantly afterwards, like, this is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a bad plan. Nabain should be the one in danger, not these rookies, which is stupid. It's the exact opposite of how he should be thinking if he wants to like actually be a military person. But that's not who Nabain is. And so I think Nabain swims after the three of them.
Oh man.
And when the worms come, Nabain spots them and like fights them off with some like shitty knife or something. Or like grabs a rookie, pushes them away so that they like swarm onto Nabain. And then of course the rookies have to like pull Nabain out of the water afterwards.
This is giving me like Annihilation vibes. I hate this.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. That's so good. Fantastic.
I think this is soft.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
I mean, Nabain's been soft from the beginning, but I think this is just,
Now it's a thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, and then it's Waloot who like yells for the remaining rookie and her to go in and grab Nabain and pull him out.
Absolutely.
And that's why. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So Nabain traumas out, and you're playing Waloot. Oathsworn is an actual play podcast created by
Devin Nelson,
Gavin Fregeau,
Kris Allison,
Matthew Guzdial,
and me, Brendan McLeod. All music for the show is created by Devin Nelson. Find it and more at devindecibel.bandcamp.com. Find a link to their music and any of the games that we've played in the podcast description. Follow us at Oathsworn Pod on Twitter or Oathsworn on co-host. Until next time.